What's up, Royal Fam? It's your girl T. I know it's been a minute, and if you can hear my little squeaky chair, sorry. But I did want to come on and just pretty much just give y'all an update on my life, what I got going on, and all that great stuff. If you see me looking off, sorry, I got a puppy, so I gotta keep an eye on my little baby. Um, She's gonna be whining too a little bit because she's ready to go. But I did just want to really quickly do just like a quick get ready with me, or like just a full face of black owned makeup brands. I am going to try to do a full face. I can tell you now, I do not have mascara that is black owned, and I should have bought some from one of the brands that I already purchased from, but I was like, well, I already have mascara, so it is what it is. But I did want to at least come on here and just give y'all my thoughts in terms of the whole Black Lives Matter thing and all of that. So on my Instagram page, I'm starting off with this Colorado Cures CBD like lip balm. It's cherry vanilla. Don't know if you can see that. It's not black owned, so I'm already starting off. But either way, I wanted to go ahead and try the Pat McGrath because I do have the Pat McGrath, and I've been telling myself way before the Black Lives Matter movement that I wanted to get the Pat McGrath and see what's up with it. So anyways, on my Instagram page, I had started like a series of like systemic racism in corporate America. And I'm just going to start my face with this Beauty Bakery Sweet Grace setting spray. From my understanding, you can also use it as a base too. So I had started a series on Instagram, just pretty much talking about systemic racism within inside of corporate America. And I had watched like 3 different webinars over the past week, just discussing like white people as our allies, and as well as, you know, what they can do to help, them being in that, like, you know, how it would be if they were in our shoes type of a thing. And also the last one was like, don't talk, just do it type of a thing. Fine, cool, whatever. And they were pretty cool little webinars. It was just in terms of some things, I had a couple things I had to say about them. So essentially, some of the main things that I took away from it was, number one, the difference between equality and equity. So equality, like I had said on Instagram, is just them recognizing that they cannot hire or promote based off of race, gender, religion, sexual preference, whatever, right? I'm going in with the Pat McGrath Labs concealer. And then equity is actually going forth with that actual promise, like not like actually showing actual proof, or actually going through with what you're saying, to actually delivering the promise. So okay, fine, cool, whatever. I also took away so yeah, like let me trace back to that. So essentially, we need that equity. Okay, like we actually need to see y'all coming through with actually showing equality. Okay, we need to actually see the proof of it, not just y'all tell us, oh, we don't discriminate based off of race, color, sexual preference, religion, anything like that. We need that equity. And then also too, they also started mentioning too on the 3rd webinar that there's a difference between diversity and inclusion. Okay, diversity is just, yeah, you got a whole bunch of different races and religions and sexual preferences working for your corporation. That doesn't necessarily mean that you are in fact including them. They're actually included in the discussion when it comes to promotions and stuff that, promotions that are available or new job positions that are available within inside of corporate America or whatever. Also, too, something else that they said, which I was just like, it was mind-boggling for me to hear, was the fact that they were like, literally the median, like the average household income for a Black family is 10 times less. I repeat, 10 times less than the average Caucasian family, And I was just like, oh my God, like that it's kind of jacked up. It really is. It truly is. But at the same time too, like I'm not gonna sit here and play like, and I hate to be like, I guess like the devil's advocate or whatever, because I'm not gonna sit here and play like I haven't had Caucasian people help me out. You get what I'm saying? Like now, I have had, on both sides, I've had both racism and colorism. I've experienced both in my life. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say that I've had more colorism than I have had, racism or more racism than colorism, because I have found out just with my own personal walk that there's hate in every religion. Or not even necessarily every religion, but also hate within inside of every race. Let me retract that. So there's race and there's hate inside of every race. If someone just doesn't like you, they just don't like you, and that's what it is. Or if they're intimidated by you, they're just intimidated by you, and they can't find a reason as to why they don't like you. It's just they just don't like you. You get what I'm saying? Now there are some from other races where they just see you, you're Black, you're intimidating type of a thing. But still to this day, I can see a Black woman or a Hispanic woman walk by and they won't even, lock eyes with me. We can't even say, hey, how you doing? Just because of some level of intimidation or some level of competition. So at this point in my life, and this is just for my spiritual walk, for my own individual preference, at the end of the day, I'm not about to sit here and judge a whole group of people just based off of an experience that I had with one or a couple of people. You get what I'm saying? And that goes for both my Black people, that goes for white people, that goes for Hispanic people, that goes for pretty much anybody. As long as you're willing to show me love, do the golden rule. You get what I'm saying? Love thy neighbor as you love thyself. As long as you're able to show me that, then we're cool. And yeah, I get it. It's messed up that the police are doing what they're doing. I'm going in with Pat McGrath's Labs Sublime Perfection Foundation. Boom. I love this already. I'm loving the packaging and stuff on it already. It's so dope. But it's messed up that the police are doing what they're doing. I get it. Whatever. And it's not even on no whatever stuff, because at the end of the day, it's not cool what they're doing. It's just not. So I'm not going to sit here and try to play like it is. I'm not going to try to justify what they're doing, because at the end of the day, it's wrong, and that's why I'm glad that we are starting to put rules in place. Yeah, that's why I'm glad that we are about to put, we are putting rules in place so that, we can kind of change how the police force works, And I heard something about how the LAPD is defunding the police department and gonna start putting it towards the colored community. I'm all for it, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I have a question for my, for my Black people. Are y'all prepared? Like, are y'all truly prepared to really step up and do, like, take on the responsibilities that police officers do? You get what I'm saying? Like, are y'all really ready to put y'all's life on the line and help out your communities? Are you really ready to go back to those you know, those communities that truly do need us and say, you know, hey, this is the type of reform that we need. You know, because a lot of people, like I said, you can talk the talk, but if you can't walk the walk, then, you know, what's this all for? You get what I'm saying? We can protest, we can do all of that, but are y'all really truly ready to go back into these type of communities and say, yeah, I'll be the neighborhood watch. Yeah, I'll be the, you know, patrol, whatever the case may be. Are you really ready to do that? Because yeah, back in the day, you know, back in the 90s and stuff, you know, when I was younger, the OGs, yeah, they did. You know, the OGs, the old heads that are the older men with inside of the gangs, like with inside of the Bloods or the Crips, they could easily sit there and talk to the young heads and be like, you know, hey, you know, nah, settle down, chill out with, you know what I mean, all the rowdiness or being active in the streets. That's what we call it, as being active, mad active. You know, that's how it used to be back in the day. But the question is as the younger generations, are the younger generations truly ready to sit down and listen? You know? So that's another thing. Like, let's not just be so quick to jump up and do action. How about we sit down, we listen, you know what I mean, and see how we can actually go about making change. You know, and I'm not knocking the protesters. I'm proud that to see how many protesters there are, um, not just in America, but you know, across the world. The whole world done stood up this go round. So I'm proud to see that. You know what I mean? And I'm proud to see that we are changing our history. Like I'm proud to see that. Very proud of the younger generations. People don't know how old I am. I'll be 29 on the 18th of June. So that's what, next Thursday, I believe. You know, so I've seen it go from where it was real hectic and active and we was acting a fool to now, to where we're at now. So I am extremely proud, but I just want to make sure that we're taking things to the next level. So anyways, getting back to the whole corporate aspect of it or whatever, um yeah, like I said, there's a difference between diversity and inclusion. Don't just sit here and start hiring a bunch of black people just so that you can get your numbers up in terms of your average, you know, percentage of how many different type of races are with inside of your corporation. Actually include them. Actually allow them to be in the forefront and say, hey, this is what needs to change, type of a thing. And that was what was being said on the webinar too, is, you know, they were saying take the ones that are 2, 3, 4 levels down from the position that you think that they are qualified for, and put them in the forefront and let them speak, type of a thing. Because just because you may not think that they have the experience that, or the talent, or the same type of experience that you have, like the degree and the you know, however many years of experience, doesn't mean that they can't necessarily sit here and help out with your company and bring new insight to your company. You know what I mean? They also admitted, and when I say they, I mean Korn Ferry is the corporation that was on, and they also have people like people from the board of Nike and Foot Locker and the NBA on there. I was like, I can't believe I'm even at the table, sitting down at the table, listening to this stuff. Like, for me to even have access to that, I was like, that's what's up. You feel me? Because you don't just get access to be able to be sitting at the same dinner table as CEOs and board members of just Nike and Foot Locker and in the NBA. Like, nah. And for the record, like, my daytime job allowed me to be able to sit at that table. You get what I'm saying? Not YouTube, not Instagram, you know what I mean? It was my daytime job. That by me being in finance, I was able to actually sit in at that dinner table and actually listen to what they were saying. So not necessarily sit at the dinner table. It was a webinar, you get what I'm saying? But you get what I'm saying. Sitting at the table with a whole bunch of powerful people, you know? So it wasn't just some random people talking. But either way it goes, all the people that were on there, they literally were like admitting like they miss out on opportunities to really help people, or not necessarily help people, but actually have good talent and wonderful people in leadership roles, because of the fact that they feel like, oh well, if they don't have this type of degree, or if they don't have this type of amount of experience, then we got to overlook them. And they're like, we always overlook them, and they admitted that. So I appreciate them for admitting that. You know what I mean? Hats off to you. Thank you so much for admitting that. I'm going in, y'all, with the new Beauty Bakery Brownie Bar Face Palette. I guess it's for like bronzer and contouring. Let me see how my face is looking. I really don't want to cake too much on. Let's go with this. But yeah, like I appreciate the fact that, they were even able to have the conversation, because there was both men and women, black and white, literally within inside this conversation, old and semi-young. And they're like, there's an older Caucasian man that was talking. He's like, to be honest, out of all the years that I've been on this earth, and he's an older Caucasian man. He's like in his 60s at least. And he is like, out of all the years I've been on this earth, never once have I ever seen people actually sit down and have these type of conversations. This is the first time in history that we're actually sitting down having these conversations. So that right there is most definitely something that, is a win for us too. So I liked that. What else did they say? Because I wrote a gang of notes. Oh yes, they said, and this is the last thing that I'm pretty much going to talk about with this, is they said by time 2045 roll around, and that's if we make it to see 2045, the minorities are going to be the majorities, and we just have to accept that. Which I'm like, hey, I already knew that. We we ain't the minorities right now, quite skip if you look at the whole world, but the minorities is going to be the majority. And at the end of the day, you need to just follow where the money is going, period. Like, follow where the money is going. If you don't, you're going to see how your corporation is going to end up being within 10 years. 10 years. They said you won't even last for 10 years if you don't follow the money. And the money is being diverse, having more minorities, or having more black people, having more Hispanic people in leadership. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I said it before and I'm going to say it again. Do not just sit here and just be diverse. Don't just be diverse. Make sure it is inclusion. Make sure they have a say. Make sure they are on these boards with you and are making these decisions, because we are just as capable. We have the same mental capacity as you guys do to be able to make these sound decisions. And that's just what it is. Like I said, I'm not doing too much because, one, I gotta take my puppy shopping or whatever. I'm sorry, y'all, if I knew some black-owned businesses that did have puppy beds and doggy beds and stuff like that, I would most definitely be supporting. But I don't. If you know any, let me know. We're gonna do mascara. This is Pure Cosmetics or whatever. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't think it's black owned, but only thing I got right now. Let me say, this Pat McGrath though. I love it. It looks really good. It's not too heavy on my skin or whatever, and that's what I need, because my skin is so sensitive. So I gotta make sure. And I'm not, just for the record, I'm one of those ones that's not about to just be like, oh, just support black-owned businesses. You know what I mean? Yes, do I know the power of our dollar? Absolutely. Do I honestly believe that we need to sit here and bring our dollar back into our communities and start allowing it to circulate? with inside of our economy? Absolutely I do. Absolutely I do. However, at the same time, anybody that's willing to support Black businesses or just Black people in general, I'm going to support them. And it's just that simple. Like, for my birthday, I bought myself a Coach wallet or whatever. They was having an exclusive sale that they invited me to. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll go ahead and buy myself a Coach wallet. And the reason why I purchased a Coach wallet is because they have a Black CEO. And not only do they have a Black CEO, but he actually came out and made a statement in terms of the whole Black Lives Matters movement. You get what I'm saying? So, of course, he's not the original founder of Coach, but to know that Coach actually has someone in leadership already, just as is, already shows me that they're moving in the right direction. I got some things in the works with a company that, for myself and for some business purposes for myself, that is not Black owned. They're out in New York. I'm not going to say them yet because I want to wait to release until I release to actually speak on who they are. But quiet as kept, they have been reaching out to me long before the whole Black Lives Matter movement, or before this whole thing popped off with George Floyd, and have been wanting to do business with me. And quiet as kept, we had some type of deal underneath wraps for a little bit now. I've just been keeping it quiet because I've been trying to make some things happen on my end. I had some, medical stuff that I had to take care of. I had to really just get myself in order first before I could be like, okay, let me go ahead and go to the next level with this. So trust and believe, you know what I mean? Like, I support them. I support Nordstrom. And the reason why I support Nordstrom is because Nordstrom gave me a job back in the day, gave me a chance to work for them when I barely had any type of experience. You get what I'm saying? So I support Nordstrom. I support Kenneth Cole. Shout out to Kenneth Cole, because he didn't had his boots on the ground all the way out in Haiti since I don't know how long. I think I did a campaign, like a holiday campaign with this company all the way back in 2017, in which they take plastic bottles, they hire Haitians, you know what I mean, they literally go out to Haiti, hire Haitian to sit here and collect plastic bottles. And they take the plastic bottles and turn it into recyclable fabric. And then the recyclable fabric is then used to make stuff. They were selling the fabric by bulk, and I ended up making something for them back in the day and was a part of their holiday campaign. But then they also do stuff like they're now at the point now where they make like backpacks and stuff. But literally, Kenneth Cole was using the same company to make recyclable, make shoes, like eco-friendly shoes out of them. You know what I mean? And he has been, and mind you, this was all the way back in 2017. So he's been on the forefront, looking out for Black people and wanting to help back Black people from day one. And I know that for a fact because I follow him on Instagram. So I watch what he's doing. I watch a lot of these corporations. Okay, like I sit back. I don't say too much because I don't want to step on nobody's toes. The fashion industry is real small, you know what I mean? So I don't try to be, I don't try to step on people's toes like that, you know what I mean, and be bashing people. But trust and believe, I know the ones that truly do sit here and support Black-owned businesses, or support, have Black influencers working for them, or Hispanic influencers, things like that. And I actually know the ones that really are just using people. You get what I'm saying? And the ones that are just using people, y'all know who y'all are. I'm not about to put y'all on blast all like that, but the ones that truly, genuinely are out here 10 toes down, truly have been with the movement since day one and going to continue to be with the movement, I've been seeing y'all, and I thank y'all. And at any given time you want to do business, I'm with it, and it's that simple. And you'll know because You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about me. You don't have to worry about, you know, reaching out to me or anything like that. Because yes, if you want to reach out to me, please do. Please do. But at the same time, I'm that type of person where if I see you and I see that you with the movement, I see that you've been 10 toes down or whatever, I'm going to support your business regardless. I'm going to spend my money with you regardless, because that's just the type of person I am. Like, I don't have a problem with spending my coins with y'all if I really see that that's what you really, you know, trying to make happen. So, all right. I'm trying to, I really just want to use a gloss today. I do. So, I was going to say I have mine. This is a lip liner. It's NYX. It's not black owned, so whatever, but I'll get there. It's this. Just do my lips really quickly. You know, and one thing I just gotta say, one more thing is just like, we need to learn to embrace our beauty, you know, and embrace ourselves and love ourselves, you know, because I see so many people, or I see so many like videos where it's like, do this to make your skin lighter, do this to make your lips lighter, you know, if you have dark lips, like, and I used to even get made fun of for my dark lips. I used to get made fun of for how dark my skin is and all of that. Like, and that was colorism. All throughout, you know, middle school. Now they would try it. They would try to say, you know, some little slick stuff or whatever. But at the end of the day, everybody that knew me and still knows me knows that I used to scrap. Like, I was scrappy. Like, I'm a tiny little thing, you know what I mean? 5'2", 125 pounds soaking wet type of a thing, but don't got a problem with squaring up. That's how I used to be, you know, and I had to get out of that. I had to get out of that point of, okay, you know what I mean? They just gonna hate regardless. Whatever, you know, but at the end of the day, love yourself. Don't allow what people used to say about you when you were younger, like, oh, your lips are black or your gums are black, girl, look. Okay? Or, oh, you know, your hair is this, or it's not that, or, you know, you're not light skinned, so you're not pretty type of a thing. Don't let that get to you. You know what I mean? Like, embrace your beauty. I'm grabbing for my eyebrow gel, if I even have any more. And what I was just using on my lips as a lip gloss is the Becca. It's like this little mini. I got it in like a pack of 5. It's like a Becca mini. It's like a little rose gold color because I'm really rocking my rose gold and stuff like that today. So, but yeah, you know, like, don't allow that to get to you. Don't allow, you know, what people used to say about you to get to you, because it really ain't nothing like that no more. It really is not that serious. So it's crazy how, you know, the ones that used to be made fun of and stuff is the ones that grow to become this. You feel me? So, natural hair. This is my real hair, boo. No perm. Just my 360 waves. My natural nails. You know, I need to paint them or go get them done. I might go get them done. My hands are a little ashy. I need some lotion. Or whatever, you know what I mean? Just me. This just me. And I encourage everybody else to embrace themselves. But I got to go because me and my puppy got to go shopping. So, mwah.